In today's episode of Election Yatra, our focus is on the heating debate on the Common Minorities Program, a demand made by Samajwadi Party MLA Rais Shaikh, who's contesting from the Bhiwandi East constituency. Will the MVA incorporate that demand? What does it mean for MVA in Maharashtra? What does the current political landscape for Muslims in Maharashtra say? Let's find out.
With just weeks left for the crucial polls, both sides are pulling out all the stops to woo the voters of Maharashtra. The Mahayuti announced its own set of 10 guarantees for the people of the state, which includes a hike in the monthly support for women and senior citizens, financial aid to farmers, and also tuition aid to students. The constituents of the Mahavikas Aghadi is coming up with their own set of manifestos. But the most contentious suggestion came in from the Samajwadi Party, who suggested for a quote-unquote common minority program. It's important to note that about 15 seats in Maharashtra have a population comprising of over 30% Muslims, meaning these are some seats that the Aghadi could be keenly fighting on.
The assembly elections in Maharashtra are happening just 6 months after the Lok Sabha polls. Many believe that the consolidation of the Ambedkarite votes and the Muslim votes helped the MVA win 30 out of the 48 Lok Sabha seats. Now, out of the 288 assembly constituencies in Maharashtra, there are at least 38 assembly constituencies where the Muslim population is at least 20%. And one such assembly constituency is Bhiwandi, from where we are reporting today. We're now joined by Mr. Rais Shaikh. He is the Samajwadi Party sitting MLA as well as a candidate from Bhiwandi. Thank you very much for joining us. What has made this battle even more interesting and exciting is the letter you wrote to Prithviraj Chavan, asking the MVA to incorporate some issues of the minorities, the Common Minorities Program. But your opponents are questioning the timing of that. How do you respond?
See, the opponents want to find loopholes in our campaign, and they are picking up this point because they have nothing else to talk. Now, if you read my letter, it is very clear. We want to strengthen the MVA. We want to strengthen the India Alliance. What I'm talking about is a rational demand of the community. What we want today, we want jobs, we want education and scholarship. Our power loom industry, this city of Bhiwandi, Malegaon, these cities basically are minority dominated. Most of us are engaged in the business of textile, fabric, weaving. What are we asking? We are asking support for that. And if these things are included in the manifesto of the Mahavikas Aghadi, today Mahavikas Aghadi core voters are Dalits, tribals, Muslims, all the bunches, all the deprived communities. So this is a simple letter. And last time in the Lok Sabha election also I had written the same letter. It is a rational demand from the community. What's so wrong about it?
फेक नेगेटिव ज़्यादा करते 5 साल के सोए थे क्या? जो मूल मुद्दा यहाँ का भिवंडी शहर का, उसमें पहले हाथ डालो. ये तो होने वाला है, हम लोग करेंगे कि महायुति गवर्नमेंट स्टेट में भी आएगी और सेंटर में भी है. ये अधिकार हमारी पार्टी को है. खाली फेक नेगेटिव करके मेरे मुस्लिम जनता भाइयों को बेवकूफ़ बनाते. इससे 5 साल पहले भी बेवकूफ़ बनाए, अभी भी बेवकूफ़ बनाए. सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से खाली वो उन्होंने दिखाते हैं. मैं तो बोलता हूँ जो सोशल मीडिया दिखाते मेरे साथ चलो, आपको हकीकत दिखाऊंगा.
But there's a fierce war of words happening. I'm sure you're aware of the reactions that are coming in. And the allegation is that you are practicing appeasement politics, focusing on a particular community. How do you respond to these criticism that is coming your way?
Yesterday, the Honorable Chief Minister was here. He spoke in Hindi, addressing to the Muslims. And he said, मैं मुसलमानों के लिए बहुत कुछ करूँगा. Isn't that appeasement? There's someone distributing burqas in Baikala. There is Ajit Pawar who's saying, the Honorable DCM, he's saying that I'm going to increase the allocation from A to B. Isn't that appeasement? What I'm saying, I have spoken on various issues. I have been speaking on the issue of Marathas. I've been speaking about all communities. You pick up one letter and say this is appeasement, you're talking about Muslims. No, Samajwadi Party works for all communities. The Honorable National President Mr. Akhilesh Yadav ji has spoken about PDA, which means all the deprived communities. So please, those who want to polarize the society, don't use my letter and my name. I have been working for all communities and I will keep working for all communities.
कुछ नहीं बना, ये तो मूल मुद्दा हटके काम कर रहे हो. यहाँ पे बहुत से मसले, स्लम एरिया है, फॉरेस्ट में सब झोपड़पट्टी बनी है, उनको हर बार तोड़ने का डर रहता है. उनके बारे में क्या किया, एक लेटर दिया क्या. इधर पावरलूम की हालत बहुत ख़राब है कि यहाँ मैनचेस्टर बोलते, मतलब एक हेरिटेज है पावरलूम भिवंडी में, उसके बारे में कभी कुछ किए क्या, उसको एक सब्सिडी कैसे लाए. क्यों बिजनेस, जो बिजनेस है वो ख़त्म हो रहा है, उसमें अगर कोई सब्सिडी लाते हैं टेक्सटाइल के लिए तो ऑटोमेटिक आमदनी मिलती है, उसका फेट मिलता है. सब फेक नेगेटिव है. और अभी मुस्लिम जो जनता है ये बेवकूफ़ बनेगी नहीं और उसका असर आपको देखने मिलेगा. रईस कुछ नहीं किया. महायुति ने जो लाड़की बहन चालू किया योजना, वो हर गरीब घर को पैसा मिल रहा है, तो उनको लगा फेक है. क्यों राहुल गांधी जब बोले 8.5 खटाखट आए नहीं, और हमारा महायुति ने बिगर बोले फटाफट दिया.
तो आप कह रहे हैं जो आपकी स्कीम्स है, वेलफेयर स्कीम्स हैं, उससे सबको फायदा हो रहा है, इस बात से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा कि वो हिंदू है या मुसलमान है.
100%. आज देखो, कल भी हमारे शिंदे साहब का बहुत बड़ा हम लोग विजय रैली रखा था, 15,000 से लोग ज़्यादा थे, सब मुस्लिम आए थे शिंदे साहब को मिलने के लिए. मेरे मुस्लिम भाई लोग सब आए थे.
You know, if you really wanted to uplift the Muslim community, you would have supported us in education. You are not giving scholarships to us. You've stopped girls' scholarship. We were trying to open a school year. The BJP stopped us from doing that. You don't want us as educated people. You don't want us, in employment. You don't want us to, integrate and contribute. Basically, you want us to be dependent on you. This Ladki Behan Yojana came just at the fag end of the government. Originally, these beneficiary ideas are from Akhilesh Yadav ji and from Rahul Gandhi ji. You picked up one and came and you are saying now I'm supporting the women. I'm telling you, today you are discriminating us. People are being beaten up on the streets. What is Mr. Shetty talking about that? Okay, you have come up with a Waqf bill which is interfering with the management of religious institutes. What does Mr. Shetty talk about that? So, what you are doing, discrimination is the official policy of the Shiva Sena, Shinde Ghat and the BJP. We are saying inclusive politics, we are saying developmental politics, we are saying integration of the community with the mainstream. We are talking about social engineering. Mr. Shetty, this is his 6th party. So, he better not talk about these things.
What we saw in Lok Sabha was that 30 or 31 seats that the MVA got of the 48, that there was a consolidation of the Ambedkarite votes and the Muslim votes. Do you think that the MVA will be able to maintain that momentum?
I think that this analysis is very wrong. Today in Maharashtra, it is not just the Muslim vote and the the Dalit vote which is consolidated. The whole state seems to be, together in getting this government out. Unemployment is the biggest issue. Factories going to Gujarat is a very big issue. Discrimination, maligning the minority community is a real issue. And the majority community has taken it up. A new social engineering is happening. This state is, the basic ideology is Shah Phule Ambedkar. Basically, this is the state of saints. This will never accept saffronization, and I'm sure saffronization is going out of Maharashtra and the secular government is coming in Maharashtra.
देखो, बेवकूफ़ एक बार बनता है आदमी. तो उस टाइम में जो फेक नेगेटिव चालू किए थे, संविधान हटाए गए, मुस्लिम जो को भगाए गए, और जो राहुल गांधी बोला क्या 8.5 खटाखट आएगा, तो 8.5 खटाखट मुस्लिम को भगाए गए, संविधान खत्म. एक नेगेटिव फेक किए थे लोग. फिर मोदी जी आए चुन के.
नहीं, महाराष्ट्र में तो उनको फायदा हुआ था, तो आपको लगता है असेंबली इलेक्शंस में भी होगा?
नहीं, महाराष्ट्र में जो फायदा हुआ था अभी नहीं होगा ना, कि फिर जब सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट चुन के आई, सबका अच्छा काम कर रहा है.
But does the issue of the common minority program resonate with the people of Bhiwandi? What is it that the people of Bhiwandi really want? Let's find out.
भिवंडी के लिए तो मेन तो यहाँ पे रोड का प्रॉब्लम है और पानी की समस्या है और बिजली की भी तो बहुत बड़े टोरेंट का पावर का मसला है जो गरीबों के लिए एकदम दर्द सर बना हुआ है. इसके लिए कोई लीडर आवाज़ उठाता नहीं है और खाली इलेक्शन के टाइम में आते हम आएंगे, जीत के बाद में कोई दिखता नहीं है. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम तो यही है रोड के पास से इतने एक्सीडेंट हो रहे हैं भिवंडी में, इतने लोग जान जा रही है, लेकिन कोई लीडर आता नहीं है। इलेक्शन के टाइम सब दिखते खाली बस। और सबसे बड़ी समस्या इस वार्ड में वेस्ट में पानी का इतना प्रॉब्लम है कि पीने के पानी, ये मेन सिटी में महानगर पालिका के बाजू में लोगों को पानी मुयसर नहीं होता है पीने का पानी।
जो रईस शेख कर रहे हैं, अब रईस शेख जो काम कर रहे रोड का अच्छा कर रहे, और इंशाल्लाह इसके बाद भी और जीत के आए रईस शेख।
रोड के लिए जो है, रोड अगर जो सही नहीं रहेगी, भिवंडी की रोड की कंडीशन तो बहुत ज़्यादा बेकार है। सबसे ज़्यादा रोड और पानी के लिए पब्लिक को अगर जो पीने का पानी नहीं मिलेगा तो क्या करेगा? सड़कें सही नहीं होंगी तो कैसे क्या करेगा मैम? आप खुद देखिए, आप भी देख रहे हो कैसे रोड है भिवंडी के। सबसे ज़्यादा महाराष्ट्र का अगर जो सबसे कोई ख़राब एरिया है तो वो भिवंडी है।
भिवंडी में आप देख रहे होंगे, आप जैसे मुंबई से, मुझे लगता है मुंबई से भिवंडी आए होंगे, आप देख रहे होंगे कि भिवंडी के रोड रास्ते सबसे पहले, जो सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है भिवंडी के रोड रास्ते, भिवंडी का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, भिवंडी में हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर और भिवंडी में एजुकेशन। आप यहाँ से भिवंडी से आप 15 मिनट की दूरी पे थाना है, 15 मिनट की दूरी पे कल्याण है। आज अगर आप देखेंगे कल्याण के अंदर किस तरीके से जो प्रोग्रेस हुआ है कल्याण के अंदर और थाना के अंदर, सिर्फ 15 जो 0 to 2 की रेंज है, सिर्फ 15 मिनट की दूरी पे। लेकिन आज भिवंडी का आप हालात देख रहे हैं और थाना और कल्याण के हालात देख रहे हैं, तो भिवंडी के अंदर बदलाव लाने की बहुत ज़्यादा आवश्यकता है। भिवंडी के अंदर अगर जब तक बदलाव नहीं आएगा, भिवंडी का इसी तरीके से रोड भी रहेगा, इसी तरीके से सारी चीज़ें रहेगी, ना बच्चे स्कूल जा पाएंगे, ना उनको प्रॉपर एजुकेशन मिल पाएगा, ना प्रॉपर हेल्थ केयर मिल पाएगा। इंदिरा गांधी जो सरकारी अस्पताल है, आप उस सरकारी अस्पताल में एक बार जाकर के आप दौरा करोगे तो आप देख लोगे किस तरीके का वो सरकारी अस्पताल है।
Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Eknath Shinde, is also known as the protege of the late firebrand Neta Anand Dighe. He's contesting from his traditional seat, but what has made the battle even more interesting is the UBT's choice of candidate. Now, the UBT has fielded Mr. Kedar Dighe, the nephew of Anand Dighe, as their candidate from this constituency of the Chief Minister, which is Kopri Patspakhadi. Now, it's also going to be about the legacy of Anand Dighe here, at least in Thane. Will Kedar Dighe be the giant killer? Let's talk to him and find out about his campaign, how it's going, and about this huge challenge that he is facing. Mr. Dighe, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
This is your electoral debut, and directly you've been pitted against the Chief Minister. How confident are you?
Very much confident. See, I mean, these are the blessings of late Balasaheb Thackeray and Dighe Sahab, and the trust that Uddhav Sahab and Aditya Sahab, as well as all the party workers, all my colleagues, that they have been trusting me for past 3 years, post the position that I have been there for as a Thane district. So that's the reason I'm very much comfortable, and I really trust the people of Thane. This contest will be, this fight will be against just the thing of sake of saying that we have done a development, against what the actual development means. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, don't you think it's also a big risk, because in case things go south, would it also not mean that the opposite faction or the Shinde Sena is the the rightful inheritor of the Dighe legacy as well?
See, I believe that someone himself telling that I am the follower or the legal hire of Mr. Dighe Sahab, I believe that the people has to decide. The people has to decide on the ethics, the principles, the thoughts what Dighe Sahab used to be there. And just because of saying that someone is saying that I am the legal heir, I am going to take forward his legacy, it never happens as such. Because Dighe Sahab never did any advertisement about the thing or the work what he used to do. But his office, which is called as Ananda Ashram, he never put his name on it. But this is what Mr. Shinde did. Even he put up the name of his party. Now the common person who used to come over there, going beyond the caste, creed, religion, now the thing is only his party workers are over there. Secondary that the Navratri Utsav, the Ganpati Utsav, the Dahihandi Utsav, where the thought of Dighe Sahab was to get all the Thanekas together to celebrate this festival. But now you can see that this has been highlighted as Mr. Shinde is only doing that. So the founder who has done this is just on the image or on the banner.
Are you saying he's hijacked his legacy?
Hijacking is one way of thinking about it. But people are unhappy if you actually go to the crowd and understand what Dighe Sahib was. And Dighe Sahib was never restricted to one or two people. Dighe Sahib was and is and will be there in the hearts of every Thanekar, every people, every citizen of Thane city and the Palghar city. Because he has been working throughout day in, day out for the public. He never thought of getting something for himself nor for his family. So this is what Dighe Sahib was. So
One important question that everybody is asking, since you've been pitted, are you going to be the giant killer?
let's see, that people has to decide. Now I can't decide, but I truly know for sure that the contesting part is due to the party workers, the subordinates, the leaders that they have decided. But my vision is as such that what the people have never gained, what the people has to rightly gain or their rights, what they need to get benefited from the taxes that they pay, the common person or the people who are living in the hutments, what they really need to get, they have never got it. They have got only the dream fact, and because just showing off that they will be going into the cluster part of it.
But then what about the Ladki Bahin Yojana or the toll-free roads and the multiple schemes? Is this not going to resonate on ground?
Just a small question to the public as well as to you. They have been in this ruling party for past 3 years, okay, on the state. If they wanted to take a decision for getting the toll-free thing, why didn't they do it on the first day? Why they waited for the elections to come? Second thing is Ladki Bahin Yojana. They are giving off free of cost everything, the 3,000 bucks or whatever. Why they need to do so? The people of Maharashtra never asked for it. They are making the people dependent. Now if you see, when you are asking me a question about contesting against the CM is a fatherly figure for the whole state.
Yes.
Now the farmers are doing the suicide. It has not stopped. They are talking about the reservation for the females, for the women. But if you actually check, they are not requesting for a reservation. They need the protection on the very first hand. Regarding the students, they are not getting the rightly education. What about them? Every time the student understands the subject, goes for the complete education part of it, and when the exams come, the papers are leaked.
Okay.
Going beyond that, the electricity cut, the high rise in the overall situation, the inflation is on. Regarding the jobs, regarding the business which are going out of Maharashtra,
All these are issues that you're fighting elections on. But tell me something, the split in the party, this is a major split that Maharashtra has witnessed, and perhaps I think the only state wherein just one term you've seen a split in two parties, Shiv Sena and NCP. What is the sentiment on ground of the loyalist Shiv Sainiks?
If you check the common people as well as the Shiva Sainiks, the leaders have gone. If you check within Thane district itself, all the MLAs and the MPs, they shifted over there. But the people who made them to be an MLA or an MP, they are with Shiva Sena, with the original Shiva Sena of Bala Sahib, with Uddhav Sahib. Now, what they are trying to show that the whole of the Shiva Sena is with them, just because they are saying, it never happens. Because the thing, during the last election of Lok Sabha, MP Rajan Vichare, they got enough votes of nearly 5,30,000. That's a huge figure. Without having a single corporator, without having a single MLA or an MP. So that means that the people are with you. And I believe that in the upcoming election, the people will be with us.
You're saying that this government is only showing dreams to people. I believe, whose promises will resonate. We'll have to wait to see that. But all the best to you in this fight against the Chief Minister. That was Kedar Dighe. He's the UBT candidate from Kopri Patspakadi, which is the Chief Minister's constituency. Extremely confident that he will win and that perhaps he will become the giant killer. I guess we'll have to wait to see what the Janata of Thane and this specific constituency, the CM's constituency, decides. Travel through Maharashtra for the election coverage on our show Poll Pulse. The idea is to actually capture the essence, the sentiment, the mood on ground, the colors, and the food tells you a lot about the culture and the people of a particular place. I am outside Mamledar Misal in Thane. If you're in Thane, you just cannot miss this. This was started in 1952 and there are no branches, says the man behind the desk inside Mamledar Missile. They are known for the spiciest, or how Maharashtrians like to call it, Zanzanit missile. I don't know how to put that in English, but let me take you inside and show you what missile is. Also take a look at the line right behind me. This is proof of how popular this place is. Not just the Aam Aadmi, but the A-listers of Bollywood and a lot of politicians are fans of this Mamledar missile. Let me take you inside. Let's see what the Mamledar missile is all about. Come. ये मीडियम है। तो मिसल पाव क्या होता है जरा हमारे व्यूअर्स को बताएंगे जिनको नहीं पता है। मिसल पाव क्या, इसमें क्या क्या डालते हैं?
बटाटा भाजी, कांदा, बारीक शीन।
So this is the misal that you see, the gravy. I've asked for medium because I can't eat their spicy version of misal pav. And then it has some namkeen here, as it is called farsan in Maharashtra, and it's had with pav. Now let me enjoy, and after I finish, I'll tell you how this misal was. We've had our missile. Let's get back to the election coverage. Let's now talk to the people of Thane. What we've witnessed in the recent past is two major splits, one in the Shiv Sena and one in the NCP. Now the MVA clearly is riding high on the Lok Sabha poll momentum, but what do the people of Thane have to say? What are their issues and what are their expectations from the government? Let's talk to some of the people here. आपको महाराष्ट्र पॉलिटिक्स पर क्या बोलना है? अभी जो recent past में इतना हमने देखा महाराष्ट्र पॉलिटिक्स में बदलाव आए, चेंजेस आए।
एक्चुअली आज का जो माहौल है महाराष्ट्र के राजकारण का, वो पहले आज तक कभी नहीं देखा। मैं आज लगभग, मेरा उम्र 57 है और मैं 42 ईयर्स से शिवसेना के साथ जुड़ के काम किया। आज मैं मनसे से समर्थन करता हूँ, लेकिन आज की दिन में, आज की डेट में महाराष्ट्र के राजकारण का पूरा सब खिचड़ी हो चुका है और इस बीच में लोगों में ये संभ्रम है कि हम किसी को वोट दें। ऐसे में आज थाना सिटी में, ये थाना का जो आज विधानसभा क्षेत्र है, इस वक्त 3 तगड़े उम्मीदवार खड़े हैं। एक तो शिवसेना से राजन विचारे जी है, मनसे से अविनाश यादव जी है और स्टैंडिंग यहाँ के लास्ट आमदार संजय केलकर जी, ये भी खड़े हैं। तो इस बार थाना में कड़ी टक्कर होने वाली है।
आपको लगता है लोगों में कंफ्यूजन है कि किसको वोट करें?
लोगों में कंफ्यूजन नहीं है, लेकिन ये लोग पैदा कर रहे हैं। अब लोगों का विजन एकदम क्लियर है कि किसको देना है।
लोगों का विजन क्लियर हो गया, आपको लगता है? You know, the sentiment on ground is also such that there are people who are trying to create confusion amongst the voters, and also given the split, perhaps that's a question that many of the people, the constituents, are asking as to who to vote for. There is some sort of a confusion on ground because of the two major splits that we've seen, because of the multiple netas who've switched camps as well and have been claiming that they are the rightful inheritors and have staked claim on the legacy of both Anand Dighe and Bal Thackeray. Let's see how things change in Thane. Whether or not that will change the political course in Maharashtra remains to be seen.